Happy Mother's Day weekend. We have more speakers for you. All right. This next speaker is another one of my favorites. Are you facing a transition in your life and is it time to reinvent yourself? EmmaLou Penrod of Hypnosis for Motivation will be presenting the 4 steps of reinventing yourself at any age. You'll learn how to get past what other people think of you and how to gain the stability that you need and how to make greater use of your full mental capabilities and how to move towards the life of your dreams. EmmaLou has reinvented herself several times in her life as a wife, mother, grandmother, 24 years as an educator, as a certified consulting hypnotist. She is helping people reach their goals and become the best version of themselves. Without further ado, here is EmmaLou's presentation.
There are those events in our lives that bring about a time of transition, a change required, that forces us to reinvent ourselves to successfully navigate through that transition. Some examples are starting a new job, starting a family, going back to school, being fired, laid off from a job, or ending a marriage. Some of those events we choose and they're anticipated with excitement. Others we didn't choose. We feel like they were forced on us. But either way, to successfully navigate to the other side, we need to find a way to change, adapt, or reinvent ourselves. When I began preparing for this presentation a couple of months ago, those are the events I had in mind. And because this happens throughout our lifespan, I chose the title, Reinventing Yourself at Any Age. Little did I suspect that I would end up giving this presentation during a global pandemic that impacts everyone. I haven't met anyone yet who isn't feeling the impact from the events of the past few weeks. So it may be more appropriate to title this Reinventing Yourself at Any Age or Under Any Circumstances. I'm EmmaLou Penrod. I'm a mother, a retired school teacher, and a consulting hypnotist. And I have been through many changes in the course of my life and have found that I needed to reinvent myself several times. So I'm outlining 4 steps we can take to make this happen. The first is to focus on what you want. Put a target out there. See yourself a year from now, 5 years from now. What do you want to be like? What qualities do you want to have? What kind of life do you want to be leading at that time? And as you focus on that target so clearly, you'll find that you're able to ignore any of the distractions that come between you and your target. You'll find you're able to tune out the naysayers, those who would try to tell you that you can't do it. Maybe you'll let go of that feeling that you have to please them, that you have to measure up to other people's standards. As you focus on your target, that's what you will see. You may also find that most of the negativity you encounter is going on inside your own head. It's that mental chit-chat, that negative self-talk. Listen to it sometimes. Evaluate. What are you saying to yourself? And would you talk to anyone else like that? Sometimes when it comes to negativity, we are our worst enemies. But as you tune out the negativity and you focus on what you want and you see yourself in that future, being your best self, living the life of your dreams, doing and achieving all the things that you want. And the more detail you can give it, the more real it becomes. And the faster you'll move towards it. The body does not recognize the difference between what's real and what's imagined. Let me give you an example. I'm going to ask you to close your eyes and see yourself standing in your kitchen. I want you to see clearly exactly where you are in your kitchen in relationship to the sink, the stove, the refrigerator. Now walk over to your refrigerator and open it, and inside you'll see a round, plump lemon. Take it out of the refrigerator, find whatever implement you need to cut it in half, and now see yourself standing there holding a half of a lemon in each of your hands. You're looking down at that lemon. It looks so good, it's so fresh, squeezed a little bit. You see the juice coming up to the top. It's so juicy. Bring one hand up closer to your face and take a whiff of that fresh lemony smell. And then go ahead and take a big bite. Now open your eyes and ask yourself, did you smell lemon? Did you taste it? Did your body react as though you had taken a bite of lemon, even though there was no lemon there? When you focus on lemons, you taste lemon. When you focus on success, you taste success. So like all creative endeavors, it begins in your mind with a thought. And that thought becomes an electrical impulse in your brain. That energy in motion becomes an emotion. So the second most logical step has to deal with our emotions. Now, are emotions good or bad? We tend to think of these are the good emotions, I want plenty of these are the bad emotions, don't want any of those. But anger freed the slaves, got women the vote. Anger motivates you to take action, move ahead. And fear can save your life. Fear sharpens your senses. It helps you act quickly when a quick response is needed. Sadness helps you understand yourself better. The key is to use your emotions to motivate you, to move you forward, and not allow your emotions to use you. Use them to benefit you, and then learn to release them. And you can do that. You can learn to be aware of, in control of, and express your emotions freely. We have our thoughts to begin the creative process, our emotions to fuel us, motivate us, and now we want to make the greatest possible use of our mental and physical capabilities. Let's start with the mind. Picture an iceberg. We see a tip of the iceberg above the surface of the water. This represents your conscious mind. This is the part of the mind you're most familiar with. This is the information you take in with your five senses. This is what you know you know. And some people think, because they're most familiar with it, that that's all of their mind. They think this is the part of their mind that makes all their decisions, but they're mistaken. Underneath the surface is this much larger mass of ice. This represents your subconscious. Your subconscious is like a database, a large computer. It's been gathering information on you about everything that's ever happened to you since before you were born. Studies show that the baby in utero can hear, is very much aware of the environment his mother is in. You started learning, gathering information before you were born. And all of that information, just like the data put into a computer, is running programs. Some of these programs are going to help you reach your goals, and some will block you and will cause you to self-sabotage. So as you increase this awareness, this communication, and use more of your mind, you'll be able to learn much faster, at a much faster rate, much more effectively. Now, we think of the mind and the body as being two separate things, but they're not. They're connected. As we develop this mind and body connection, this mind and body working together in harmony, smoothly, it improves our overall wealth in all areas, mentally, emotionally, physically. It's been said, if you can learn to listen to your body when it whispers, you won't have to hear it scream. So to make full use, make ourselves as powerful as possible, we develop and increase our mental capabilities, and we work on that mind and body connection. There are several ways to do it. I believe hypnosis is the most effective. There's also yoga, meditation, tai chi, qigong. There are other ways to strengthen that mind and body connection. So we have our thoughts, our emotions, we've got the mind and body connection strengthened and building. The last step is moving towards that life of your dreams. There are 3 parts to that. First, set goals. Goals, the most effective goals are those that are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant. In other words, relevant to what you want. Set goals that are relevant to that vision of your future life that you want. And then they need to be time bound. For example, you may decide, I want more money, but you need to define what that means. Be specific. Does that mean you want to double your income? Is there a specific amount of money you want to earn? Set a specific goal. Say you want to double your income. And that would be measurable because you know what your income is now. So 2 times that would be doubling your income. You would know when you reached your goal. Then making sure it's achievable. Is this something that is realistic? It's doable for you. You have the resources and relatable. Now it needs to be related to what you want. If money doesn't matter to you, then that may not be a good goal for you. But if money is part of that future vision, then it's relatable and time bound. Give yourself a deadline. No vague someday. State the day and time when you will meet that goal. And of course, there's more to your life than just money. You're a well-rounded person. There's your physical health. Again, seeing that future self the way you want to be. What does physical health mean to you? Set a goal in that area. And mentally, what do you want to learn? What do you need to learn to help you get to where you want to go? And relationships. What kind of relationships do you want to have? Who do you want to be the key people in your life? And then there's your higher power. And whatever your philosophical or religious beliefs are, we all know that the world is more than just us. Whether you think of it as a God, a kind, wise Heavenly Father, the universe, collective consciousness, that connection with your higher power is vital in helping you move forward. That's back to using more of your mental capabilities. So set a goal in each area of your life, 4 to 6 to begin with, keep it measurable, and track your progress. Now, the second thing you want to do is to find a mentor. A mentor is someone who has achieved what it is you want to do. Someone who's been down that path ahead of you and can give you some valuable information on pitfalls that may be in the way, shortcuts, whatever they have learned. It could be a friend, someone in your family, someone who wrote a book. You will probably find several mentors right here at Utah Mom Show. The other speakers and vendors. Find a mentor and learn from them. And then the last thing is to take action. All the learning, all the emotion and caring in the world isn't going to move you anywhere until you take that first step. Move ahead and act on those goals and dreams. Now, we're really good about coming up with big, long to-do lists, and sometimes we overdo it. We'll write a list of 15 items we want to get done that day, and then we go to bed feeling discouraged because we only got 5 of them done. We didn't even make it halfway through our list. I would like to suggest a better plan. Choose 3 key action steps, the 3 most important things for you to do that day or that week that will help you reach the next step in your journey. It will help you move you towards your goal. And then if you only get 3 things done that day, at least they'll be the 3 most important things. Even if you only get 1 thing done that day, it will be the one most important thing you needed to do to move towards your goals. So, your action steps for right now are to select your target. Write it out. See yourself a year, 5 years, 10 years from now, and give it detail, flesh it out. The more vividly you can see your target, the more likely you are to hit it. The second thing is to keep an emotion journal. Analyze which emotions move you forward, which emotions hold you back. How can you better manage those emotions? And learn when to release them when they no longer serve you. Come up with your plan for strengthening that mind and body connection using your full mental capabilities, and write down your goals. Start with the first one. Start with that target, that vision of what you want, and give it your focus. Laser focus on that target. Take your action steps and you'll get there. I'll be very interested in hearing about your progress. I'd love to hear how you're doing, what challenges you found, what successes, especially celebrate those successes. Happy to help in any way that I can. Wish you the very best. Set your target, focus on it, move towards it. We're all going to get through this. Have a great day.